Welcome back, guys. Today Chad and I are going to be checking out this Carousel Red 1970 GTO. Just an awesome looking car.
Yeah, fantastic, Dalton. Absolutely straight as heck from bumper to bumper, and one of my favorite colors in a muscle car.
Definitely a cool color.
Previous owner went ahead and took this original 242 VIN coated GTO, put some Judge decals on it, and just really made it look super cool.
As we look under the hood, super clean under the hood, WT coated 400.
And what the WT code stands for, Dalton, and I'm sure you know this, it's a factory GTO 400 that come out of a 4-speed car. So, and not the original engine for this car, but it is a correct GTO engine, and still has the same horsepower that would have came out of this car.
Very nicely detailed under the hood. If you look, we do have power steering and power brakes. Some nice options to have in this car.
Yeah, great options. And I'll tell you what, this thing sure runs good. You want to go ahead and fire it up, D?
Yeah.
As we go ahead, before you fire it up, as we go ahead here, guys, the hood stays up very nicely, but this is a fiberglass GTO hood. Never really seen one of these before, but I'll tell you what, it looks good on here, and it stays up real nicely. Let it idle for a little bit. So as we're underneath the hood here, it's got a really nice throaty sound, a nice cam to it. Just on a cold start right there. One thing this car does not have is it does not have a heater. So it will need vintage air and heat if that's what you want to do. But that's really the only thing that this car really needs besides the home.
Exactly.
This is a car we just got in, guys. I love GTOs. We sell the heck out of them. They're super powerful, super popular, and you just can't beat a GTO. Dalton's gonna go ahead and rev it up here in a minute. That dual exhaust sounds great. It's got a nice idle to it. You can't make a muscle car sound much better than that, you guys.
That's a real nice throaty sound.
Wow, it sounds awesome. As I mentioned earlier, this car is super straight. For some reason, we haven't had much sun here the last few days, and the car looks awesome in the shade. It'll look even better in the sun.
So we look at the nose, though. We do have our typical, 70 GTO nose. It's got the few cracks in that nose.
These Enduro bumpers and we could go ahead and paint all these guys and redo that, and there's a chance in the next year or even less they're gonna do it again. It's just a flexible piece for these GTOs, and unfortunately they don't hold up. As far as like I said, it does have a fiberglass hood on it. It really fits pretty decently. As far as the top of the fender to the top of the hood, it lines up really nicely there. As we go here to the front, it does have the front spoiler, rear spoiler on it as well. The GTO grille is in beautiful condition. We just have those little cracks here and there on that nose piece. We also have just a little bit imperfections right here, guys, right around the edge, like right along here, and then another little one right here. And that's in that fiberglass hood, but the paint matches beautifully. We went ahead and thought about maybe putting a steel hood on it, and you can get all that stuff, guys. It's readily available, but the paint matched great, the car looked great, and we just wanted to keep it at a great price and leave it the way it is.
And with that fiberglass hood, I bet you're a little quicker too. You don't have as much much weight.
That's why they do it.
I think so. But yeah, just a good looking car, but the paint is a little bit older, so as we go around it, you can, if you look real hard, you can see some imperfections here and there. But
the biggest thing with it is, guys, you could tell it was a show quality job when they did it.
Mm-hmm,
that's the main thing, is the body's super straight. Yeah, you got a couple little chips around this front here, like we point out. But overall, this car is awesome looking. It's got BFGs on it, 235, 60 15s, and the tires are like brand new on it. The Pontiac Rally wheels are nice. The trim rings are in good shape. We did go ahead and drive it, guys, after we took the pictures, so we got a few little splatters here. Dalton said he cleaned it off and didn't do a very good job at that. It's nice and solid, all steel at the bottom of the fenders. As far as the doors go, no bubbles or blisters anywhere on the outside of the door right here on the passenger side. And check how tight that passenger side door fits to the quarter panel. It just lines up perfectly right here. No bubbles or blisters here, and the dog leg area over the wheel well is excellent as well. And as we come in here in this sail area, it's great. There's no cracks, there's no paint imperfections anywhere I can see in the roof. We're quarter panel here, Dalt.
I did see earlier there's a few little kind of like solvent pop, you know, on the roof a little bit.
Okay.
If you look in the right light.
We'll get to that then in a second. Again, the rear quarter panel has got a couple little specks on it, but it's all been buffed. Tim buffed it out and it looks fantastic. No bubbles or blisters there either. Back bumper's been replaced. The chrome and the lenses and everything are brand new. Inside the trunk's in excellent shape. Dalt, you want to open the trunk once for us? So with it being a little cloudy, yeah, right here. So if you get right in the right light, it's just got, the bad thing is you can't feel them either. You can't feel them, guys, but just in here there's a couple little dimples right here that you can see, like a little paint imperfection. As far as the windshield goes, the windshield is excellent. I don't see any chips in the windshield. It's got the antenna right in the windshield as well. Back glass is crystal clear. As far as in the center, it's got some nice 6x9s in the back with a package tray. If you look at the back corner right here in the glass, there is some little scratches here right on the corner. Yeah,
beautiful
nice.
trunk.
Yeah, trunk's in great shape. Also, guys, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. Check out the undercarriage, the exhaust, the front suspension, all the new ball joints and tie rod ends, all the stuff that's done on this car. You'll see that on our website, coyoteclassics.com. Again, like I said, the paint job, I don't really want to call it older. I mean, it's not too old, but a couple of chips. But look at the quality here in the bottom of the trunk. It's all clean.
The jams, trunk jams, you know, they did a great job with that.
Yeah, it's not chipping or nothing. They did a really nice job there.
You got your jack and spare, and that is, you know, in there down properly.
And the frickin' trunk lid stays up. So many times with that heavy spoiler, guys, they don't.
That's the worst, when you're reaching into the trunk for something, the trunk lid comes down and hits you in the back of the head.
That doesn't feel good. Yeah, what a great car. Now, we just had two real deal judges. They both sold really right away. I mean, both fantastic cars. And these 70 GTOs are really coming up in value. As we go up and down the driver's side, just as straight and nice as the passenger. I don't see a ripple anywhere in this car. Lower quarters great. Again, no paint chips, nothing like that. Over the wheel well, and I do like the rocker molding and the wheel well trim. That all looks really nice. There's a little tiny paint imperfection right here. No bubble, it's just a little tiny paint crack. As far as the door and the lower fender go, that's in excellent shape as well. Fender and door meet very nicely there. Gaps are good. You know, as we go around this car, Dalton, the paint, the gaps, it's a great car.
Yeah, it is.
This car, guys, we're going to price at $40,000. It's a turnkey, real deal GTO muscle car. It sounds awesome. It's got a little paint crack right here in the just the edge of the door in the inside. As far as the jams go, the paint in the door jams just as nice as the paint on the outside of the car. And they got a lot of paint on it. As you go around here, you can see in the door jams. You can leave that door open, Doll. I didn't get that side yet. Door panels are in fantastic shape, except for you can tell they're a little older just because of the carpet down here is getting just a little frayed. Armrest, pad, and base look good. Rubbers are the original rubbers still. Not sure why they didn't replace those when they did it, but they're definitely the original. They are hard, but they're not in too bad a shape. Passenger side door jamb, all painted nice as well. It's got the straddle bucket seats. As far as coming in and out, there is a couple little tiny little wears right on the very front edge here on this cord. Headrests are nice. Seat backs are new. Back seat looks to be in real good shape as well. With an exception, you can see it's original back seat right here at the very top. The seam is just coming loose just a little bit right there on that seam. Also has one little spot right here. The more I look at these seats, Dalton, these very well, you know what, they are the originals. You can tell by the back seat having some wear. Same thing here, and you can see a little repair done on the driver's side. So original bucket seats, guys, which, you know what, in this kind of shape's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
Door panels are probably original as well. Like I said, we talked about just a little bit of carpet at the very bottom being just a little bit old, and door panel, armrest, base is all good. Somebody went ahead and replaced the carpet, it looks like, and put the new GTO floor mats in it. As far as the dash cap is in good shape. It's got aftermarket gauges here, Pioneer CD player. Original horn works, dome light works. The other thing is the headliner's in great shape, guys. Visors are okay. No holes anywhere in the headliner. These black pillars here are good as well. One more thing that's original is your window felts. So I guess if a guy wants to do something to really better it, window felts and new rubbers. And that's something really you can do yourself.
Exactly.
So driver's side, right here on the cord, you can see that cord's wore right there. A little bit of repair done right here. And a little bit on this cord right here, which just tells us again, very well could be the original. Got the factory original GM seat belts. Rear view mirror is new. That looks excellent.
Windows go up and down nice and easy. I'm on this side for sure.
So does this one. So once the guy gets those new felts in there, that'll be super nice. I'll open the back window for you. Oh, sit down. Okay, thanks.
Carries great oil pressure.
Yeah, I mean we're already at 170 degrees, and it's still at like 35 pounds oil pressure. Way up there is set up to 70.
Yep.
As far as it's got their factory PMD shifter. Talked about the horn working. Does have the remote mirror. Gas gauge works. I think what we got for a problem is we have the wipers and the radio guys both did work. I think we got a fuse, maybe a blown fuse there. Man, this thing sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Idle's
awesome.
great.
I noticed that when Brant took it out and drove it. It just sounds mean.
Yeah, you're exactly right on those windows. They just go up so smooth. Definitely drives like a GTO. Man, this thing's got a lot of pull to it. It's got a fantastic sound. The steering's nice and straight. The brakes stop nice and evenly as well. We don't have a tachometer in here, guys, but as we're getting up to the stop sign, and we listen to that, it still has that nice, even idle.
Yeah, it does.
Probably about 600 RPMs, what I'm guessing, 700, and it's got just that nice, lopey sound to it. Tell you what, and here's the other thing, the steering wheel, like I said, perfectly straight down the road.
That exhaust sounds good.
It does. It is just a super cool muscle car. Now that's pushing very high speeds, 90, something like that. So if we're just gonna cruise it, guys, right now our speedometer works perfect. It might be off just a little bit. We're gonna it's showing we're doing about 62 and we're probably doing about 55, 60 right there. So it's not off too bad. Here's our brakes again. Disc brakes in the front and they're perfect. Don't need any work. I'll try to go through the gears once and see what we got. great. First, second, third, everything shifted awesome, just like it should. As far as just going down the road, 62 mile an hour like we're doing right now, just very quiet inside too. Even though you have older rubbers, it's super quiet.
It feels up nice.
Not a rattle trap at all.
Definitely a good car. Guys, go to the website, check this thing out. Like I said, real deal GTO, awesome muscle car. Website coyoteclassics.com. Give us a call, we'd love to make it yours.